So in today's video, I want to talk to you about this guy, Language Lords. Now, if you have been on YouTube language learning space, I'm sure you have come across one of his videos. Okay, he basically claims that he got fluent in French in just 30 days. Okay, so in this video, I just want to break down his technique and kind of see what I can learn and take away from it and maybe apply it to my own study routine, and which would help me improve in Mandarin Chinese. So we're gonna do all of that right after this short intro.
I'm gonna be the Mandarin master one day. Welcome to my channel.
Hey guys, welcome back, and we're gonna waste no time and get straight to it. So one of the things that I really noticed about his technique was that it's so focused on output, the conversational part of language. And that's exactly what I want. I want to become conversationally fluent in Mandarin Chinese. So I think it's perfect for me. Now, the only thing that got me iffy was the amount of time that he spent learning this language. If you watch this video whereby he talks about his whole study routine, you're gonna find out that he spent 8 hours a day for 30 days. I don't have all that time. I have just 4 hours maximum, I think. I can incorporate into just learning Mandarin Chinese altogether. So I'm gonna have to find a way around it. But I think if I just ignore the time element, all that's gonna happen is that it's gonna take me longer than 30 days, you know? Maybe I'll get to fluency under 90 days, you know, maybe in 100 days, I don't know. So it'll just take me longer than it took him, you know. So that is something that I can accept. So putting the time element thing aside for a second, I want to talk about this exercise that he spoke about in this video. And he basically says that anyone can do this as long as you can construct sentences. So as long as you're at a stage whereby you can say some sentences, this technique should work for you. Like, you're good to start this exercise. And then he said,
today I'm going to show you the one exercise that replaced nearly everything else I was doing to learn French, and is 99% responsible for me finally being able to speak French fluently.
And that's a big claim. And this is the main reason why I'm feeling so positive about this exercise. So let me break it down. He basically says that, you know, you gotta take out your camera, okay, and tell a story for 5 minutes. This story could be anything from your life. Basically, just try your best to say this story in your target language. If you don't know the words, you can use the words from your native language or maybe the English language, whatever. But, you know, just try your best to say that, tell that story in that target language. And if you do not know, and even if you don't know the sentence structure, you know, just make your best guess and try to construct that sentence with whatever knowledge you have. And once you're done speaking for 5 minutes, you have to write down that story, what you spoke, and look for all the places where you made errors. So all the places whereby you use the words from another language like English or your native language, you gotta find the same word in your target language and replace it. And all the sentence structures that you messed up, you know, he has this website that he used, which is, I'm gonna link that in the description down below, which helps you with translation. So use that website and get the best translation in your target language and put down that sentence structure. So in essence, what you're pretty much doing is that you're correcting the story that you just told, you know. And once you have corrected it, you know, sit in front of the camera again and try to retell the story for 5 minutes. So basically the idea is that when you sit in front of the camera for the second time and retell the story, you're gonna be much better at it. All the mistakes that you made before, you might not make them. You might say certain things differently. You'll just become more comfortable with that story. And because you've already looked up certain words and certain sentence structure, it's just gonna help you tell the story better. In a nutshell, what he's trying to say is that, you know, you keep repeating this process until you become quite comfortable. He suggested that you keep telling the same story for at least 1 week until you become really comfortable with it. And if you keep doing this exercise again and again, but of course with each week you'll be telling a different story, you will become very much comfortable using the language, and you will build up your own vocabulary, which is really closely connected to your own life and how you use the language. And that way, over time, what you're gonna have is that you're gonna have a lot of stories that you can tell in your target language at a very comfortable level. And once you're able to do that, it basically means that you've reached that conversational fluency that you wanted to reach. So that's the general idea. I mean, I think that the whole technique makes sense to me, but there are some things to consider here. So, you know, I have a general philosophy for how language works, okay? And in my view of languages, I always have believed that your output, the amount of things that you can say and express, can never exceed the amount of things that you can comprehend. So basically what I'm trying to say is that, you know, the comprehension is always ahead and your output will always be lagging behind. But I think with this practice, essentially what we're trying to do is that improve your output, you know, improve the amount of things that you can speak, and hopefully that will push my comprehension ahead as well. I hope I said that right, and I really hope that makes sense. And this is the only reason that I can think of that why I'm so hesitant of trying this technique out, or just hesitant of this idea, you know. But you know, I've made a promise to myself that I'm gonna be open to new ideas and try them out. So with that spirit, you know, I have to give this a real try, you know, maybe try it at least for a month, and maybe in a period of 1 month, you know, come up with at least 4 different stories and see how I feel after a month, you know. I'm just not sure about the time management and how all of that is gonna work out together. So I'm gonna be updating and putting out more videos on this project of mine. So if you want to stay updated, you know, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel to get all those updates. But yeah, guys, so you know, this is a wrap now. I think I've shared all my thoughts that I wanted to. If there's any other things that you guys feel about this subject area or something you want to share, make sure to leave that down in the comments section. Maybe you have practiced some sort of an output technique before and there's some insight that you can share with me. Make sure to do that. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to leave me a thumbs up. You know, it really helps me out with the YouTube channel. It basically tells the YouTube algorithms that, hey, this video is awesome, and share it with everybody, you know. Anyway, guys, so this is a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.